Fully restored. Tonight on our news, the power company says 4 islands up and running. We'll tell you the others expected back online in the coming days. Also, returns home. As Jamaica reeling from the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa, the local council general confirms 84 Bahamians out of the disaster zone. This is funding now flowing in to help with recovery. The CAF Development Bank approves nearly $700,000 in emergency grant funding for the government of Jamaica. Then in our news at 7:30, tragedy abroad. A 16-year-old student from St. Augustine's College has died in Panama. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs says government closely monitoring the situation. Our news live at 7 starts right now. Welcome to our news live at 7. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Kendino Knowles. Following the passage of Hurricane Melissa, Bahamas Power and Light quickly jumped into action to restore power to the affected islands. Days after the storm, not all islands are fully restored. Now, the local power company telling us that electricity on Cat Island, Rum Cay, Mayaguana, and Inagua are fully restored. A statement on Monday telling us that 98% of Exuma has been restored, with repairs to the primary infrastructure finalized. Over on Long Island, which caught the brunt of the storm, 95% of customers have been restored from Gordon's to Seymour's communities. All customers on that island expected to be back online by Tuesday. Only 5 customers, according to BPL on Acklands, remain offline and less than 10 on Crooked Island. Additionally, BPL says 75% of customers in San Salvador are back online, and certainly will continue to follow BPL's power restoration efforts in all the affected islands. Meanwhile, Bahamians that rode out the hurricane in Jamaica back in the Bahamas, according to the Consul General for the Bahamas and Jamaica, that's Alvita Knight. She confirmed Bahamas Air transported 84 Bahamians on Friday evening. That flight in just after 11 p.m. The storm cut a destructive path throughout Jamaica, knocking out power and communications in some parishes. The Consul General telling our news there were a few hiccups, but everyone's back safely.
Initially, there were about 90 persons who were to come on the bus from Montego Bay to Kingston, but for various reasons, some people, we only got 84, so only 84 persons actually left on the flight. There was a bit of a delay because the traffic coming out of Montego Bay was awful. The gas situation, not all the buses could get gasoline, and there were lots of people busing a lot of airlines busing their passengers from Montego Bay into Kingston. So we should have left about 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, but we didn't leave Kingston until about maybe 8 o'clock. Because again, once I got to the airport, that was another give my hands to the ground hand, my heads up and my praises to the ground handlers who had to deal with multiple airlines with a skeleton crew.
And as for students returning to the island to continue their studies, Knight shared this.
Well, some students came back on the flight that evacuated the Bahamians who were here at the hotels on Friday. So some students came back. Some will make their way back periodically during the rest of this time. Some will be taking advantage of the online scenario and doing their studies from home. But what we do have an awareness of is that UU is trying to get back to some level of normalcy as quickly as possible. They're facilitating this through face-to-face, and they're also facilitating online. The medical students, I understand, had a meeting with their faculty of medicine and listed their grievances as to how they think it should be, their studies should continue. So I'm waiting to hear back from that, how that particular meeting transpired and how the recommendations went forward, if they were received, and if they were received, what actions will be taken from them.
All right, and as relief efforts ramp up in Jamaica after Hurricane Melissa, the funding that we are learning about now that will be an important part of the recovery efforts has been made available by the CAF Development Bank of Latin America and Caribbean. That bank announcing they've approved $670,000 in emergency grant funding for the Jamaican government. The regional bank issued a statement Monday saying that the money will go towards supporting humanitarian and recovery efforts, as well as complement the assistance being provided by other regional and international partners. In his letter to Jamaica's Prime Minister Andrew Holness, CAF's Executive President Sergio Diaz-Granados expressed solidarity with Jamaica and the people of Jamaica in the wake of the Category 5 storm, which claimed lives and caused widespread damage to communities across that island. And coming up in World News, we'll tell you about the United Nations World Food Program, which is stepping up relief efforts across the Caribbean. That's including Jamaica, Cuba, and Haiti, where nearly 6 million people are affected. And back here at home, Central Bank Governor John Rawls says global economic issues are the greatest threat to economic growth for the country. It follows sweeping policy changes from United States President Donald Trump, including landslide tariffs on multiple countries across the world. As it stands now, Governor Rawls says the economy set to see around 2% growth. Earlier this year, Deputy Prime Minister and Tourism Minister Chester Cooper predicted a slowing in travel from the U.S. amid global uncertainty following Trump's new policies. Rawls telling us there has been a notable drop in air arrivals from the U.S.
We have seen it in the summary numbers for air arrivals, as well as the departures through the Nassau Airport, which are just, a majority component of the air visitors. And what drives those numbers overall is that the U.S. visitor component has decreased relative to 2024, but the non-U.S. visitors in the air totals has grown. And so you see that sort of the offset.
And the central bank governor says that there are other risks that the country has to manage.
For the Bahamas, one of the risks that we manage now is how much capacity, say, for example, we can attract as a jurisdiction to bring tourists in from non-U.S. destinations. So the demand is there. And so therefore, being able to attract more of those.
A man is facing an arson charge after he allegedly torched a car on Halloween. Prosecutors say 25-year-old Ariane Colley set fire to Stevania Smith's 2012 Mazda Verisa on October 31st. Colley didn't have to enter a plea when he appeared before Assistant Chief Magistrate Carr Turnquest DeVoe. He was denied bail. He's expected back in court January 21st, 2026 to be indicted. All right, we've got much more to get to tonight, but for now, it's time for your first look at temperatures. Meteorologist Greg Thompson is standing by in the Weather Center. Happy Monday, Greg.
Happy Monday.
Melissa is out of here.
Yep, I'll be getting those cold fronts and temperatures really comfortable. We have these low temperatures now in the low to mid-70s at nights.
Yeah.
Areas in the northern Bahamas,
I love it.
60s.
I love it, and I hope it could stay.
Well, good thing for us with the fronts, hurricanes will stay further west if we get any more for the season. 79 degrees outside our studios, very comfortable, mostly clear skies, north-northwest winds at 40 miles per hour. So we have a little bit of a breeze out there, so it's still feeling like 83 degrees on the outside. Temperatures right now around the Family of Islands, 78 in Freeport, 79, that's in Great Harbor Key, here in the capital, 78 also in Marsh Harbor, Abaco. We pick up 80s, Alistown, Bimini, Nicholstown, Andros, and over in Governor's Harbor, Luther. Central Bahamas, 81s in Kemps Bay, that's Andros, 81 in Black Point, Exuma, Port Nelson, as well as Coburn Towns in Salvador. More 80s popping up in Arthurstown, Cat Island, Georgetown, Exuma, and in Deadman's Key, and in the Southeast Bahamas, all in the low 80s there. 82 in Duncantown, Ragged Island, Colonel Hill, Cricket Island, 79, Delectable Bay with some showers nearby, 81 degrees, 80 in Abrahams Bay, 81 in Matthewtown, Inaguanan, neighbors to the southeast, Turks and Caicos Islands. We got a temperature right now of 83. Two fronts across our area, one across the Central Bahamas, basically falling apart, but we have a second front that's pushing into the Northwest Bahamas with some isolated showers along it, but most of those showers are spotty and they're going to fall off as the front pushes towards the south. We'll merge with the second front across the Central Bahamas. Should get into the Southeast Bahamas by tomorrow, but behind that, high pressure is going to be building in. We're looking for some breezy conditions for the next couple of days, so beaching and boating will become a challenge. That's your first look at weather. Stick with us. Look at your extended forecast is still to come.
Coming up in sports, it's tip-off week and you can't possibly get enough college hoops, but we're going to try together.
Hey, Greg Thompson here, and thank you for watching. Be sure to hit that follow button. And if you want to see more content like this, follow all of our news social media pages. And hey, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss out on the top stories from the team you already trust.
Yo, what's good, my loyal viewers? Ronaldo Dorset of 10YS here. First of all, thanks so much for watching, but be sure to hit that follow button. If you'd like to see more content like this, follow all of the Our News social media pages, and of course, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss out on the top stories from the team, well, from the teams you already trust.
Hey, you gotta catch the Charlie Bahamas show this week, where I'm taking you all over the world to about 20 different countries, all in one show, right here at the International Culture Wine and Food Festival.
Welcome to Ghana.
This is the festival. People say that they see people that they don't see all year. They see them here.
It's the Charlie Bahama news season every Friday, 8 p.m. on Cable Bahamas Channel 212.
South Africa!
My name is Trevi Williams. I've been a Live Fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to do the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider.
Welcome to Our Sports at 7, presented by 10th Year Seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. That's John Mark Nutt. Let's do show. We've got familiar faces in new places, JUCO transfers, and everyone is looking to make a fresh start this year as the NCAA basketball Division I season tips off. Donnie Freeman returns for his highly touted sophomore season, and the Syracuse Orange open their year tonight at home against the Binghamton Bearcats. AJ Storr is in his fourth program in as many seasons. He begins his senior campaign tonight with Ole Miss as they host Southeastern Louisiana. Dayton Albury also with a new program. His New Mexico Lobos tip off their season on Wednesday at home against East Texas A&M.
A 1-point hiccup over the weekend, DJ Edgecombe and the Eastern Conference leading Philadelphia 76ers, yes, that is correct, were back in the win column last night. They continued their strong start to the season, improving to 5-1 with last night's 129-105 win over the Brooklyn Nets. He finished with 16 points, 3 assists, and 3 steals. The 76ers lead the Atlantic and are currently tied atop the Eastern Conference standings with the Chicago Bulls. Meanwhile, DeAndre Ayton sat out last night's Los Angeles Lakers win over the Miami Heat due to back spasms and has no timetable set for his return. The Lakers lead the Pacific and are third in the West at 5-2.
The University of the Bahamas Mingo's men's soccer and women's volleyball teams picked up wins to continue their successful start to the season. In the men's soccer league, the Mingos edged Renegades FC 2-1 on goals from Ronaldo Green and Sidney DeSayas. In the New Providence Volleyball Association, the Mingos women's team defeated the Lady Technicians for their first win of the season. Final score 25-17, 25-11, 16-25, and 25-15. That'll do it for Our Sports. Stay tuned to Our News at 7:30 for details on these stories and more.
When our news comes back from the break, we turn our spotlight to stories making headlines across the world as World Food Program rushes food aid to the storm-hit Caribbean. Plus, in Cuba, the focus now on cleanup and recovery. And we'll show you the new video released showing U.S. Marines conducting live fire boat operations in the Caribbean Sea. When our news returns.
Yo, what's good, my loyal viewers? Ronaldo Dorset of 10YS here. First of all, thanks so much for watching, but be sure to hit that follow button. If you'd like to see more content like this, follow all of the Our News social media pages, and of course, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss out on the top stories from the team, well, from the teams you already trust.
Hey, you gotta catch the Charlie Bahamas show this week, where I'm taking you all over the world to about 20 different countries, all in one show, right here at the International Culture Wine and Food Festival.
Welcome to Ghana.
This is the festival. People say that they see people that they don't see all year. They see them here.
It's the Charlie Bahama news season every Friday, 8 p.m. on Cable Bahamas Channel 212.
South Africa!
My name is Trevi Williams. I've been a Live Fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed actually had intermittent on the services, so I was very grateful that the live fiber was available in my area. Once I was able to make the switch, my service and everything I needed was satisfied. My favorite feature would actually be being able to add any apps from the Play Store. It's just basically making any dumb TV a smart TV. I do a lot of back-end support, engineering support, helping clients working remotely when I'm from home. The internet is a very important aspect of my job and my life. My name is Trey Williams, and the future is home with a live fiber.
NFL season is back, and Cable Bahamas is bringing the action straight to you.
Okay, so I take it from here. This season, Cable Bahamas is the Bahamas' #1 NFL provider. More games than ever before. With any live fiber infinite bundle, Trio or Trio Plus, you unlock Thursday Night Football, Sunday Ticket in 4K, and every highlight that matters. Just opt in the Sports X for $5 a month.
And don't miss a touchdown. Sign up now.
Watch Thursday Night.
The United Nations World Food Program is stepping up relief across the Caribbean after Hurricane Melissa left nearly 6 million people affected in Jamaica, Cuba, and Haiti. In Jamaica, WFP delivering food kits and cash support to thousands in hard-hit St. Elizabeth. In Cuba, pre-positioned supplies have already reached more than 180,000 evacuees, and in Haiti, families getting food and cash as they rebuild. WFP has launched a $74 million appeal to keep critical aid flowing across the region.
Our priority right now is to reach isolated communities like this one, people who've lost their homes, their livelihoods, people are still in shock. We know they're resilient, but assistance like these boxes of food that we're bringing to this school is urgent for many.
And in Cuba, the focus now on cleanup and recovery after Hurricane Melissa tore through that island, leaving flooded homes and blocked roads across the east. Civil defense officials say more than 735,000 people were evacuated before the storm hit. It's a move that's being credited with saving lives. In Santiago de Cuba and surrounding rural communities, residents return from shelters to find water still trapped inside their homes. The Army has joined recovery crews using heavy machinery to clear roads and reach communities cut off by flooding and landslides. Southern Command has released new video showing Marines conducting live fire boat operations in the Caribbean Sea, part of what officials call a mission to disrupt illegal drug trafficking. The footage comes amid a significant U.S. military buildup in the region, including guided missile destroyers, F-35 fighter jets, a nuclear submarine, and thousands of troops. Since early September, there have been at least 10 strikes in the Caribbean and Pacific. The Pentagon has released few details about those strikes, including how much contraband was seized or who was killed. And Amazon cutting about 14,000 corporate jobs as it doubles down on artificial intelligence investments. In a letter to staff, Amazon said affected employees will have 90 days to find new roles internally or receive severance, outplacement support, and health benefits. The cuts represent about 4% of Amazon's corporate workforce. CEO Andy Jassy says the company is investing aggressively in AI, including a new $10 billion campus in North Carolina. And analysts say the layoffs mark a shift from human capital as Amazon competes with other tech giants. Still to come in our news, today in history, find out interesting facts about the day that was November 3rd. Then in our news at 7:30, we'll tell you the hygiene kits, beds, and other hurricane relief supplies in a $30,000 donation from the U.S. Embassy to the Red Cross. And Sedema on the ground in Jamaica as relief efforts ramp up. What the regional body is doing to help when our news returns.
Are you ready for the stormy season? Don't wait until the storm clouds gather. Contact the experts at Alive Business today and let us help you prepare for this hurricane season. For a limited time only, you can get 50% off our Bahamas Cloud, the ultimate solution to secure your data and communications, ensuring they're accessible even in the worst of weather conditions. Don't let the storm catch you off guard this season. Stay ahead of the game with Bahamas Cloud from Alive Business. Bulk up your business and communication with parents, students, and staff in seconds with Alive Business Bulk SMS messaging. This is the perfect tool to keep you connected and easily send important updates, event reminders, and emergency alerts. Keep your campus informed and connected with bulk SMS messaging from Alive Business. The right choice for fast, reliable communication. For more information, contact the experts.
Candino Notes here, and thank you so much for watching. Be sure and hit that follow button if you want to see more stories like this. Be sure and follow all of the Our News social media pages. And hey, don't forget, turn on your notifications so you never miss out on top stories from the team you already trust. November 3rd, 1956, the film The Wizard of Oz from 1939 aired on television for the first time and was seen by an estimated 45 million viewers. Its repeated airings on TV helped make the movie an enduring classic. The film was shown as the last installment of the CBS anthology series Ford Star Jubilee. In 1949, British editor Anna Wintour, who, as the longtime editor of American Vogue, became one of the most powerful figures in fashion, was born. Wintour has held the position of editor-in-chief of Vogue since July 1988 and was named artistic director of Condé Nast in March 2013. In 1978, Dominica achieved full independence with Patrick Rowland John as its first prime minister. Dominica was in a long fight for independence, first ruled by the Spanish, then the French, and then the British before finally obtaining independence. This day in 1992 saw the election of Democrat Bill Clinton as U.S. President, defeating the Republican incumbent George Bush. President-elect Clinton and Vice President-elect Al Gore raised their arms in victory in this photo before the crowd gathered to greet them after they won the 1992 presidential election. That year also saw Democratic politician Carol Moseley Braun become the first African-American woman elected to the United States Senate. The former U.S. Senator, American diplomat, politician, and lawyer represented Illinois from 1993 to 1999. Plus, in 1998, the U.S. cartoonist Bob Kane, creator of Batman, died at age 83. Kane is seen here arriving for the Los Angeles premiere of the film Batman Forever on June 9, 1995. DC Comics, which still publishes a wide range of Batman comic books, said Kane died November 3rd at his home. And on November 3rd, 2014, the One World Trade Center opened in Lower Manhattan, New York. The new tower, along with the rest of the World Trade Center complex, replaced the Twin Towers and surrounding complex, which were destroyed by terrorist attacks on September 11th in 2001. While reeling from the attacks, the United States decided the Twin Towers should be replaced by new office buildings, parks, a museum, and a memorial to those who died. A week of events on the national calendar to honor the Governor General, Dame Cynthia Pratt's 80th birthday. Kicking off the celebration, officials gathered in a service of thanksgiving Sunday morning. Our Danielle Miller was in church.
On November 5th, the country's Governor General, Dame Cynthia Pratt, will be celebrating her 80th birthday. To commemorate the milestone, there are several events being hosted in the upcoming week, beginning with a service of Thanksgiving. The sanctuary of New Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church was filled with relatives of Dame Cynthia Pratt, dignitaries, government officials, and congregants for Sunday morning's service. Under the theme, 80 decades of a national treasure, former Prime Minister Perry Christie delivered remarks, including moments of reflection of the day they first met.
My relationship with her began when this young nurse walked into my office. I had just become the Minister of Health in 1977, so I think it must have been 78 or 79. She came to my office, and she said that Minister Livingston Coakley had agreed that she can transfer out of the Ministry of Health, and she only needed my permission.
Here's his personal experience serving with Dame as political colleagues.
She brought a special spirit into the cabinet that I had the responsibility of leading. And in her capacity as the Deputy Prime Minister and Deputy Leader of our party, a special spirit to our nation.
Echoing the sentiments of Christie, Leader of the Opposition, Michael Pintard.
Your life tells lessons. It tells lessons of a person who, though not materially powerful, had a powerful conviction that every single Bahamian deserved an opportunity.
The week of events include courtesy calls, a prayer, a birthday reception, and on Thursday, a gospel explosion. Reporting for Our News, I'm Danielle Miller.
All right, what a legacy. Thanks so much for that, Danielle. If you want to watch that story again and for all of today's top stories, you can visit ournews.bs. It's going to do it for us in News at 7. Joining us now, Atalia Hall. She's up with the latest headlines. Atalia, happy Monday.
Happy Monday. I'm
Good
back.
to see you back in the chair.
Thank you. It's been a rough, last week was a rough week.
It was. And certainly our hearts and thoughts are with the people of Jamaica as well as those here at home who were impacted by Hurricane Melissa. And obviously we'll continue to follow that.
Thanks so much for that, Ken. And don't forget, stay locked into our news every week from now until December for your shot at driving away in a brand new 2025 Hyundai Creta. It's the ultimate giveaway. Brought to you by Our News, Alive and Auto Mall. We've got some extra prizes courtesy of Auto Mall and Alive, so you'll have even more chances to win with fun trivia and giveaways on our digital platforms. To learn more, head over to ournews.bs to learn how you can win. Good luck. Here are your latest headlines. First tonight on Our News at 7:30, a heartbreaking tragedy overseas. A 16-year-old Bahamian student dies after reportedly falling from the 27th floor of a Panama hotel during an international robotics competition. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs says they're fully engaged as investigations continue. Plus, a major boost for hurricane recovery. The U.S. Embassy delivers thousands of dollars in hygiene kits and bedding to the Bahamas Red Cross following Hurricane Melissa's impact. Also, 1 week after Hurricane Melissa devastated southwestern Jamaica, international aid groups are on the ground assessing damage. SEDEMA deploys a 20-member rapid response team to help coordinate relief for the hardest hit communities. And later, a week of flavor, creativity, and culture. Tonight, we look back at Bahamas Culinary and Arts Festival, now officially in the history books. The story when Our News at 7:30 returns.
Are you ready for the stormy season? Don't wait until the storm clouds gather. Contact the experts at Alive Business today and let us help you prepare for this hurricane season. For a limited time only, you can get 50% off our Bahamas Cloud, the ultimate solution to secure your data and communications, ensuring they're accessible even in the worst of weather conditions. Don't let the storm catch you off guard this season. Stay ahead of the game with Bahamas Cloud from Alive Business. Bulk up your business and communication with parents, students, and staff in seconds with Alive Business Bulk SMS messaging. This is the perfect tool to keep you connected and easily send important updates, event reminders, and emergency alerts. Keep your campus informed and connected with bulk SMS messaging from Alive Business. The right choice for fast, reliable communication. For more information, contact the experts.
Candino Notes here, and thank you so much for watching. Be sure and hit that follow button if you want to see more stories like this. Be sure and follow all of the Our News social media pages. And hey, don't forget, turn on your notifications so you never miss out on top stories from the team you already trust.
Things may be tough, but Wendy's got you covered. Grab a day single or chicken sandwich with a junior fries and 16-ounce beverage for just $6.95. Why choose less from the other guys when you can get more? At Wendy's, we're providing bigger bites and better deals. So purchase your...
Welcome to our news. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Natalia Hall. Topping news tonight, a 16-year-old student died in Panama after it was alleged she fell from a 27th floor of a high-rise hotel while attending an international robotics competition in the country. St. Augustine's College confirmed the death in a statement over the weekend. Ministry of Foreign Affairs Director General Drusha Ali telling media the ministry has been in contact with the event organizer and the Bahamas Honorary Council. She says government is focused on the issue.
We have a consular team that's based here in Nassau. We have a network of honorary councils, including one in Panama, who we rely on for consular assistance when we have a death of a Bahamian national or somebody who's hospitalized. We go through official channels, so we go government to government, and we have strong ties with Panama. So in this case, it's easier. Sometimes it's more difficult when we don't have representation, but we do our best to stay focused on the families.
While her body has not been transported back to New Providence yet, Ali telling us the plan is for that to happen as soon as possible. She adds the ministry isn't just focused on one international matter.
Right now, our consular focus is not only on Panama, but also on Haiti, on Bahamian nationals who are in Jamaica and who were impacted by the hurricane. And there are some other consular emergencies happening right now.
Well, hygiene kits, beds, bedding, and other hurricane relief supplies were donated to the Bahamas Red Cross Society by officials from the U.S. Embassy in Nassau. The estimated value of the relief supplies is over $30,000. The donation comes following the passing of Hurricane Melissa through parts of the southern and central Bahamas. Leading the charge was Charge d'Affaires Kimberly Furnish, who said the donation shows the strength of the partnership between the Bahamas and the United States. Bahamas Red Cross Society President Edison Sumner accepted the items and thanked U.S. officials for their continued support.
The equipment that you provided, the supplies that were provided, the support that you continue to give is not going to waste. These supplies are going to be provided to those who need them the most. We are glad to know, or you'll be glad to know, that we have already packaged a lot of these supplies to be sent to the impacted family islands. We're simply waiting for the call.
We appreciate how the Red Cross helps people from communities across the country. It's a great example of Bahamians helping Bahamians, with the United States in a supporting role. Know that the United States supports the Bahamas in good times and in challenging ones.
Well, a week after Hurricane Melissa slammed into Jamaica, relief and recovery efforts have begun to reach to the communities most devastated by the storm. The Category 5 hurricane made landfall in southwestern Jamaica last week. It was the Caribbean nation's strongest ever storm to directly hit its shores and the first major hurricane since 1988. International aid and humanitarian groups have jumped into action to assist. A big part of that mission is assessing what needs to be done. Over the weekend, a rapid assessment team was deployed by the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency to help coordinate recovery efforts. SEDEMA's Executive Director Elizabeth Riley led the team and says the team is made up of more than 20 people from across the region.
The government of Jamaica has made a request to SEDEMA to provide support in rapid needs assessment in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa. They're covering a range of sectors which the government of Jamaica has prioritized for assessment. And these include fisheries, agriculture, tourism. Also, we are looking at coastal zone management. We'll have a team member specifically looking at the issue of how to manage all the debris that has been generated by Melissa.
Well, warm weather in the capital on this Monday. Hopefully, we continue to see these nice conditions throughout the work week. Meteorologist Greg Thompson is in the Weather Center with your first look at weather. Greg.
Slightly warmer, but we do have some cold fronts coming through. That's going to continue to reinforce the conditions we've been having for the last day or two. 79 degrees outside our studios. A few clouds. We call it mostly clear. Your winds out of the north-northwest at 14 miles per hour. Slight breeze. Your feels like temperature is at 83. Satellite radar composite. We have a pair of fronts. One, a stationary front that's basically falling apart across the central Bahamas. The other one, another front across the northwest Bahamas, weakening as it pushes towards the south and east. Should merge with that front across the central Bahamas and push into the southeast Bahamas by tomorrow evening. Behind that, a change in air mass. We're looking for some pleasant conditions, but tight pressure gradient will continue to produce some breezy conditions starting tonight. That's likely to continue for a few days, so beaching and boating will be a challenge. That's a quick check on conditions around the island. Stick with us. A look at your extended forecast is still to come.
Still to come in our news, a week of flavor, creativity, and culture. Tonight, we look back at Bahamas Culinary and Arts Festival, now officially in the history books. And later, 3 months after opening, Carnival Celebration Key is still stirring debate on Grand Bahama. Some entrepreneurs say the project has transformed their business. Part 2 of our series continues tonight when our news returns.
Greg Thompson here, and thank you for watching. Be sure to hit that follow button. And if you want to see more content like this, follow all of our news social media pages. And hey, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss out on the top stories from the team you already trust.
Yo, what's good, my loyal viewers? Ronaldo Dorset of 10YS here. First of all, thanks so much for watching, but be sure to hit that follow button. If you'd like to see more content like this, follow all of the Our News social media pages, and of course, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss out on the top stories from the team, well, from the teams you already trust.
Hey, you got to catch the Charlie Bahamas show this week where I'm taking you all over the world to about 20 different countries, all in one show, right here at the International Culture Wine and Fruit Festival.
Welcome to Ghana.
This is the festival. People say that they see people that they don't see all year. They see them here.
It's the Charlie Bahama new season every Friday, 8 p.m. on Cable Bahamas Channel 212.
South Africa!
My name is Trevi Williams. I've been a live fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed actually had intermittent services, so I was very grateful that the live fiber was available in my area. Once I was able to make the switch, my service and everything I needed was satisfied. My favorite feature would actually be being able to add any apps from the Play Store. It's just basically making any dumb TV a smart TV. I do a lot of back-end support, engineering support, helping clients working remotely when I'm from home. The internet is a very important aspect of my job and my life. My name is Trevi Williams, and the future is home.
A 29-year-old man from the Berry Islands is behind bars on allegations that he sexually molested a 10-year-old girl. Perv Rick Smith of Bullocks Harbor faced charges of unlawful sexual intercourse and indecent assault when he stood before Magistrate Abigail Farrington in Nassau. The incidents allegedly took place on the island in June, September, and October of this year. Smith didn't have to plead to the charges and bail was denied. He's back in court on February 11 to receive voluntary bill of indictment papers. Well, across Grand Bahama, 3 months later, Carnival Celebration Key opened on the island. Reactions across the Northern Island remain divided. Last week, we brought you the story of a local graphic designer whose business has seen major growth since partnering with the project. Tonight, in part 2 of our special series, I continue my investigation, speaking with entrepreneurs who say Celebration Key has boosted their business and others who insist the economic ripple effect hasn't reached their community. Across Grand Bahama, the impact of Celebration Key depends on who you ask. Some small businesses say they're finally seeing movement after years of economic struggle on the Northern Island, while others believe the benefits are too concentrated. At the Raven Mall, one business owner says the new cruise destination has opened unexpected doors. Jamal Roll owns Livity Vegetarian Takeout and Juice Bar, a staple in Freeport for more than 16 years.
It's been very impactful on my business. You know, we've been able to expand our business to more locals and international persons as well. So it's been a benefit to us.
And it's not just restaurants. Local chef Harold Pinder says Celebration Key has given him something he hasn't seen in years.
Because it's given me a lot of opportunity. It's allowed me to expand in regards to that relationship with them. I've been doing a lot of lunch for their staff, for their employees since inception.
But on the western end of the island, nearly an hour away from the new port, the story shifts. Owner of West End Ecology Tours, Keith Cooper, says they've seen no increase in business, no uptick in visitors, and no spillover from the thousands of cruise passengers arriving each week. He adds all the community wants is a chance to participate and a fair share of the new economic activity.
I see an opportunity to sit down with the Carnival executives and talk about a way forward that's more measurable and more definable. I see a way that we can perhaps create a win-win situation for the businesses on Grand Bahama. It's going to take some planning. It's going to take some hard discussions and maybe even some tough decisions.
Meanwhile, Roll believes the island is seeing both direct and indirect benefits from the mega project.
More money is circulating because more jobs are there, you know, and I would just advise all business owners to be consistent in their businesses and always provide quality product.
It's now time for tonight's Financial Market Minute, brought to you by RF, your local investment bank. This has been your Financial Market Minute. To explore the best performing mutual funds in the Bahamas, visit our website at www.rfgroup.com.
Coming up in sports, it's the most wonderful time of the year. Not that, we still gotta wait on that. College hoops, because now the games count for real. BJ continues to climb the rookie ladder, and a Mingo's minute-ish.
My name is Trevor Williams. I've been a Live Fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed actually had intermittent services, so I was very grateful that the live fiber was available in my area. Once I was able to make the switch, my service and everything I needed was satisfied. My favorite feature would actually be being able to add any apps from the Play Store. It's just basically making any dumb TV a smart TV. I do a lot of back-end support, engineering support, helping clients working remotely when I'm from home. The internet is a very important aspect of my job and my life. My name is Trey Williams, and the future is home with a live fiber.
NFL season is back, and Cable Bahamas is bringing the action straight to you.
Okay, Zai, let I take it from here. This season, Kill Bahamas is the Bahamas' #1 NFL provider. More games than ever before. With any live fiber infinite bundle, Trio or Trio Plus, you unlock Thursday Night Football, Sunday Ticket in 4K, and every highlight that matters. Just opt in the Sports X for $5 a month.
And don't miss a touchdown. Sign up now.
Watch Thursday Night Football exclusively with Rev and the Live Fiber on channel 747 and 748.
Are you ready for the stormy season? Don't wait until the storm clouds gather. Contact the experts at Alive Business today and let us help you prepare for this hurricane season. For a limited time only, you can get 50% off our Bahamas Cloud, the ultimate solution to secure your data and communications, ensuring they're accessible even in the worst of weather conditions. Don't let the storm catch you off guard this season. Stay ahead of the game with Bahamas Cloud from Alive Business.
Welcome to Our Sports, presented by 10th Year Seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. That's John Martinut. Let's do show. We've got familiar faces in new places, JUCO transfers, and everyone is looking to make a fresh start this year as the NCAA basketball Division I season tips off. Donnie Freeman returns for his highly touted sophomore season, and the Syracuse Orange open their year tonight at home against the Binghamton Bearcats. AJ Storr is in his fourth program in as many seasons. He begins his senior campaign tonight with Ole Miss as they host Southeastern Louisiana. Dayton Albury also with a new program. His New Mexico Lobos tip off their season on Wednesday at home against East Texas A&M. Frederick King and the Murray State Racers went head-to-head with Valentino Simon and the Omaha Mavericks in their opener. King transferred to the Racers after spending 3 years at Creighton, while Simon looks to assume a larger role in the Mavs lineup coming off last year's NCAA tournament appearance. Roma Dean moved on from Fordham to the Tulsa Golden Hurricane. They opened their season tonight against Oklahoma Christian. Adina Webster made the move from Temple to Monmouth, and the Hawks opened their season tonight against Chestnut Hill College. A Bahamian duo looks to revamp FIU basketball. Rima Collins transferred from Ole Miss, Danica Lightbourne transferred from Dayton, and now both call the South Florida campus home. FIU hosts Florida National. Making the move from D2 to D1, Paul Green and the UMBC Retrievers opened their year against Penn State York Tuesday night. Corey Sands is in his grad transfer season with Chicago State, and they host DePaul. A look at JUCO talents making the transition to D1. Now with the Ohio Bobcats, Antonisha Moultrie squad opened their season tonight against the other Bobcats from Texas State. Brent Moss transferred to the UTSA Roadrunners, and they opened their campaign against the College of Biblical Studies on Wednesday. Finally, Brandon Olomu and the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders will open their season against Milligan Wednesday morning.
A 1-point hiccup over the weekend, VJ Edgecombe and the Eastern Conference leading Philadelphia 76ers, yes, that is correct, were back in the win column last night. They continued their strong start to the season, improving to 5-1 with last night's 129-105 win over the Brooklyn Nets. He finished with 16 points, 3 assists, and 3 steals. The 76ers lead the Atlantic and are currently tied atop the Eastern Conference standings with the Chicago Bulls. Meanwhile, DeAndre Ayton sat out last night's Los Angeles Lakers win over the Miami Heat due to back spasms and has no timetable set for his return. The Lakers lead the Pacific and are third in the West at 5-2.
The University of the Bahamas Mangoes men's soccer and women's volleyball teams picked up wins to continue their successful start to the season. In the men's soccer league, the Mangoes edged Renegades FC 2-1 on goals from Ronaldo Green and Sidney DeSayas. The 2-0 Mangoes will face Dynamos FC on November 19th at the Roscoe A.L. Davies Soccer Field. In the New Providence Volleyball Association, the Mangoes women's team defeated the Lady Technicians for their first win of the season. Final score 25-17, 25-11, 16-25, and 25-15. Team captain Anjanika Joseph led the way with 9 points, 4 kills, and an ace. UB will be back on the court November 19th against Setsy Poppers at the D.W. Davis Gymnasium. That'll do it for our sports. This is 10YS. Greatest World Series ever. Probably 2 of the greatest games ever. You have a better championship memory?
Yeah, when Kentucky won with Anthony Davis.
April 2nd, 2012. I remember it like it was yesterday. Back to the studio.
When our news comes back from the break, nice weather to start off the work week. Greg is back with your extended weather forecast when our news continues. Stay with us.
Bulk up your business and communication with parents, students, and staff in seconds with a live business bulk SMS messaging. This is the perfect tool to keep you connected and easily send important updates, event reminders, and emergency alerts. Keep your campus informed and connected with bulk SMS messaging from Alive Business. The right choice for fast, reliable communication. For more information, contact the experts.
Candino Notes here, and thank you so much for watching. Be sure and hit that follow button if you want to see more stories like this. Be sure and follow all of the Our News social media pages. And hey, don't forget, turn on your notifications so you never miss out on top stories from the team you already trust.
Things may be tough, but Wendy's got you covered. Grab a day single or chicken sandwich with a junior fries and 16-ounce beverage for just $6.95. Why choose less from the other guys when you can get more? At Wendy's, we're providing bigger bites and better deals. So purchase your Tings Tough Value Meal today. Now available at all locations excluding the airport and food truck.
I'm very excited, and I can't believe it. It's a dream come true. When she did call me yesterday about it, I didn't know what to believe. Thanks to Mr. Coleman and this whole staff for what they do, and making sure the customers are taken care of, making sure we enjoy the gaming they do give to us. Kansas is a great house to play, even down to the staff is perfect. You're going to marvel.
Each week, we go into the heart of our second city and talk to the people helping to shape this community.
This is what makes me happy to come to work every day, to know that I'm helping someone.
These are the faces of the Grand Bahama Port Authority helping to maintain infrastructure, grow the economy, and bring a better quality of life.
This is Our News. Welcome back. Pair of frontal boundaries across our area. One, a stationary front that's falling apart across the central Bahamas. A couple isolated showers associated with that. Another one, cold front now moving into northwest Bahamas, sliding towards the southeast. That will merge with that stationary front across the central Bahamas and continue to push towards the southeast. Should get into the southeast Bahamas by tomorrow afternoon. Behind that, high pressure will be building across the area, and the tight pressure gradient over the next couple of days will keep our winds rather on the breezy side, so beaching and boating will become a challenge. Also, we do wish you to get into the waters there along Atlantic exposures. We have now about 27 days left in the official Atlantic hurricane season. Of course, we have 13 named storms already, but it's quiet across the tropical belt. A couple of tropical waves moving across that area. We do have a very strong one in the southwestern Caribbean. That's going to continue to push towards the the west, and just basically fizzle out. Future forecast showing the moisture associated with the frontal boundary dropping into our area. That will continue to progress towards the southeast, merging, as I mentioned, with that frontal boundary across the central Bahamas through Tuesday and getting down to the southeast Bahamas by Wednesday. Boating forecast. Challenging on the waters tonight to tomorrow in the northwest and central Bahamas. Caution flag could be elevated to an advisory. High risk of rip currents, northeasterly winds 15 to 20 knots, 4 to 7 foot seas. While in the southeast Bahamas, we expect that caution flag to hang. Northeast to east winds at 50 knots, but they will be increasing by tomorrow evening, 15 to 20 knots, seas building 4 to 7 feet. Here's a look now at your national forecast. Mind you about changing time. I hope you did that last evening. Of course, we fell back. Couple of showers in forecast, but pleasant conditions. Temperatures will be rather nice in the low 80s. We are expecting those nighttime temperatures to be in the low to mid 70s. That's a look at our weather. Have a nice night, everybody.
Thanks so much, Greg. Well, it's been a week since Bahamas Resort's Bahamas Culinary and Arts Festival, and while we weren't able to share the story sooner due to our coverage of Hurricane Melissa's impact here at home and in Jamaica, we're excited to shine a spotlight on the week-long celebration of culture, creativity, and culinary excitement as a part of our Bahamian Roots series. Let's take a look back at a festival that's now officially in the history books. Bahamas Culinary and Arts Festival wrapped up a vibrant week showcasing food from across the resort, Bahamian culture, art, and entertainment. One of the standout moments, a high-energy performance from international superstar Lenny Kravitz. The celebration also featured a mega art show highlighting pieces by Bahamians and artists from across the region. Executive Director of Arts and Culture at the Bahamas Resort, John Cox, says the exhibition came together thanks to generous support from their sponsors.
So we got Scotiabank to come on as our main sponsor, which is great because they have a big art program globally, and so we feel like they could be a good long-term partner with us, so that's what we're hoping. We also have Sherwin-Williams, who was great. They got behind the installations at the front door as well as a couple on the inside, the large Jason Bennett one and the one in the listening room by Delton Barrett. That was amazing. We also have Wildflower, who actually helps us build the whole infrastructure for this entire platform, without which we could not do any of it. All the walls, the lighting and everything. All the AV needs come from Soundcrate, which is amazing. And then we have Caribbean Bottling. So the Coca-Cola element of Caribbean Bottling already has a very strong art program.
And from a tourism perspective,
of course, we have New Providence Paradise Island Promotion Board, which is a very central part of how I think Fuse, the mission that Fuse has, is aligned with what that entire board is about. So we're really excited about that.
There were also some vehicles on display by Easy Car Sales, which were wrapped in custom Bahamian designs.
And the one that's behind me is Jordana Kelly, who is a part of the team. She's an amazing artist, and that's a detail of her work. And then the other one, the truck, is actually the This Is How Much I Love You pattern, which is mine. So that's an artwork that I started like 20 years ago that is reoccurring. It's also in the Sherwin-Williams installation. Yeah, so we're excited about all that.
All right, great stuff at the Bahamas Resort. And with that, we thank you so much for joining us for our news tonight. On behalf of the entire team, I'm Natalia Hall. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a great evening.
Hey, Greg Thompson here, and thank you for watching. Be sure to hit that follow button. And if you want to see more content like this, follow all of our news social media pages. And hey, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss out on the top stories from the team you already trust.